Joined by Peter Queally. Jay, go ahead.
Thanks very much. And Peter, appreciate the time today. Obviously, a huge fight here. The title now on the line, fighting at home. I mean, just if you can put into words, what it means to you to be fighting in this situation.
It's just a dream come true. It's 12, 13 years of work that's finally coming to fruition. And I'm very proud of myself. That's all I can say about it. I'm just very, very proud of myself that I got here.
As you should be, and obviously a rematch as well. And there was a bit of controversy around that first one because of the doctor's stoppage. But it's been pointed out that Patricky was shooting for takedowns in a way that he normally wouldn't. Do you think you had that fight in the bag, even if it had continued?
Yeah, exactly what you just said. When do you see him shooting for takedowns? Never. He was doing this because the fight wasn't going his way. He wasn't enjoying the stand-up, and this was his alternative to try and take me down and change the course of the fight. So that said a lot about it. With the actual stoppage, I understand why he was frustrated. I wouldn't want to be stopped from a cut, no matter how bad it was, to be honest. And I think it probably should have been let go, but this would not have changed the course of the fight. I was 2 rounds up, and he had a hole in his head now. So I was going to win the third round or stop him or whatever was going to happen in the third round. It wasn't going to go well for him. So the right man got his hand raised on the night.
And last one for me, as good as that fight did go for you, what were you able to take away from it that you could build on it and use this time around?
I took away a lot of the assumptions I already had, that if I pressured him, he would fatigue. I knew if I just stayed tight and had faith in my guard, the power wouldn't be an issue, which it wasn't. And just that overall, my fitness would carry me through that fight. And that's even more concreted now that this is 5 rounds. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be a war of attrition, and we'll see how much he can take on the night.
All right, well, best of luck this Friday.
Peter, what's the story, man? I was saying welcome to Dublin to everyone else, but welcome home. I think I'll say to you, even though I know you're from Waterford, we won't get into the being built from Dublin argument too much. But Patricky was on here earlier on, and he was saying he's looking forward to dampening down that Dublin crowd, and he says that the ole, ole, oles do not bother him. Have you got a message for all those hungry MMA Dublin fans that are going to pack out the 3 Arena on Friday?
Yeah, I don't need to tell them anything. I know what they're going to do. They're going to know the lyrics of Zombie. They're going to sing it. They're going to chant ole, ole, ole. They're going to boo when he comes out. They're going to make that place a cauldron, like it always is. So I don't need to tell them anything. They know what to do.
Kobe.
Hi, Peter. Great to talk to you. A lot of people are billing this as a rematch, but I don't really see it as such. It's a huge difference between a 3-round fight and a 5-round fight. Is there any additional preparation that goes into preparing for a 5-round fight for you? Or is it just the same old, same old?
Yeah, you're correct about that. This is very different, and it favors me. Being 5 rounds is a big, favorable swing in my direction. Patricky is an amazing fighter, but the one chink in his armor is that he's shown in his other fights that he sometimes slows down in the later rounds. So he's got to be worried about this against me, a guy that doesn't really slow down. It's a big difference for this. You asked another second leg of that question. What was it?
Dylan.
Hey there, Peter. I appreciate you making some time.
No problem.
We were, just addressing there the fact this is a 5-rounder, and that seems to embolden your confidence that much further. Like, what is it in terms of the, methodology for, training the cardio? Like, how are you so able to weaponize that pace and be comfortable in those longer kind of throwdowns?
I just work very hard at it. I treat myself very badly in my cardio sessions. I make it just absolute hell. The workout doesn't start for me until I feel like I have a chest infection. I'm in so much pain and my legs are just can't move. Then the work starts. That's been my mentality for years with my cardio, and it's been a slow, long build, and that's why I have the engine I do. And no matter what he has done in the last 6 months, he's not going to catch up to my engine. That's going to be the difference in this 5-round fight.
Sorry, I cut you off there, Dylan. Go ahead.
Oh, no worries. I just had one more quick follow-up there because I imagine the morale with the team is quite high. You know, with James Gallagher being in the co-feature, I mean, you're in the main event, Connor getting readjusted to training, and, you know, he was the former lightweight champion in the UFC. You're getting ready to cement yourself as Ireland's first Bellator MMA champion. Can you kind of, I guess, speak to the collective momentum of the gym as you head into this individual pursuit?
Yeah, morale is very high here. We're, as you said, me and James, I always enjoy when I'm on a card with James. He's here in the hotel with me. All our friends, a lot of our friends and family are actually here with us. You know, I've Artem Lobov here with me in the room beside me. This is a big deal for me as well. He's a long-time training partner. It all feels very familiar and nice for me here. This is all things I didn't have in the Mohegan Sun. I was there on my own. James flew over from California and joined me, you know, late in fight week. I rocked in there on my own to fight him. I had nobody with me except James. Whereas this time I've got all my team with me, and I've got an army of fans with me on the night as well. So as I said before, it's a huge momentum swing for me in this fight.
A couple more here, David.
Hey, Peter, thanks for taking the time to take my questions. First of all, you're known for going to the trenches in most of your fights. Unfortunately, Patricky in the last fight got a cut, but it was due to a lot of striking from yourself. Are you going to continue that in this fight, or have you trained differently for the fight?
No, I'm here for a fight, like a real fight. I will not be shooting for takedowns. I can guarantee you that. I won't be trying to score points. I won't be doing any of this. I'm in here to fight him. And I want this to be a war. I want this to be horrible for both of us, because no one can beat me in this kind of a fight. This is my plan, just to make this absolutely disgusting for the two of us, and let him break, see how much he can take.
Last one here, Luke.
Hi, Peter. Do you think that Patricky is ready to face the crowd? Because obviously the three arenas, there's a great atmosphere on your walkout, and usually the crowd has booed the other opponents. Do you feel like he's ready to face the wave of Irish fans?
I think he thinks he's ready, but you know, it's hard to explain this, but it's a very unique atmosphere there, and you can't be ready for it. Even my first time going into that, even though it was for me, I'm not sure if I was even ready for it. So you know, this is something he'll have to deal with on the night. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. I don't know. I don't care if he can or not. But you know, it's a big it's a big thing, and yeah, I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. I'm just in there to kill him, and that's it.
Damien, do you have a question?
Yeah, sorry, Peter. I'm curious. You know, when this was announced as the lightweight title fight, there was some other blowback, you know, from some of the other lightweights out there, primarily Brent Primus. I'm curious, you know, what do you say to the people who were kind of complaining about this being a lightweight title fight?
There was no one complaining. It was only Brent. And I understand why he's complaining. He was actually treated harshly in how he got taken out of the rankings after he lost to your man Mamadov, or whatever his name was. But you know, that was his problem. He lost that fight. If he didn't lose that fight, he might be in this title fight. So you know, I understand he's frustrated, but he had his opportunity. He lost. He came back and won. He's back in the picture now. You know, that's it.
All right, Peter, that's the last one, man. Thanks for the time.